Hello guys and welcome back to another Clash mini video, and today's one is special because we are going to play in a custom ban tournament, which means both of the players will be able to ban one hero and two minis. During those games none of them will be able to play with those banned units, and we are going to be competing for $150 prize pool, which is hosted by Enemy Number one of the greatest Clash mini organizations. And by the way, if you are interested at joining this kind of tournaments, I will leave the Enemy Number one Discord link in description. In there they are doing this kind of tournaments from a time to another, but not always with the same prize pool. And as well, in this time caster Hash will cast over this video, or you can just call him Cash. Or it's just me casting with a different style. Now without more intro, let's jump into the first game. Alright ladies and gentlemen, we are right now in top 32 of this tournament, and we have Hash versus Super Nico. Both are using Barbarian King, and if you are wondering about the bans, that little cutie guy in the right hand side will tell you about them. And by the way, these games will be in best of 3s, but I will only show the most interesting match out of them because I don't want the video to be so long. Alright, now let's get back to the game, and looks like Hash goes for Barge and Lumber in the back to take the aggro of the enemy's Archer, and Super Nico goes for Wizard with the first star upgrade, which will make him take that Lumber really fastly, and because of that his Archer is going to target Hash's Archer faster than him, and he takes down his Archer, which means Super Nico will probably win this round just because of that well upgrade choosing. GG's for him. But this is only the beginning. Let's see how things is going to be in the next round. Alright, our man has two Barbs and one Wizard in his deck. What he will do? He will put down the Wizard, and for the Gizmos I think the King Tower is the best one for both players. Anyways, now Hash upgrades the Barb to the third ability, and now he can put down the Wizard or scrap one mini and put down the Prince instead. And looks like he is going to upgrade the Wizard to the first ability and move his units like this. But wait, what are you doing? The Barb is giving the boss to the Wizard, and I think that's not good at all. Oh boy. And Super Nico is running Magic Archer with the mix. Alright, he got a really good value with the Magic Archer, taking out the enemy's Archer, and he just completely destroyed Hash in this round. Alright Hash, now how you are going to come back from this? Super Nico already has 2-star Archer, and he will probably going to be upgrading her to the 3-star if he got it. Anyways, now Hash places the Prince behind the Barbarian. That's a really good play. Because of that, the Prince will be able to get the Barbarian's boost. And if I was in place of Hash, yes, just like this, I would have placed my BK in the right hand side away of my support troops. Just because of that, his Magic Archer will not be able to splash on top of the support troops. And for this last two elixirs, he upgrades maybe the Lumber to the third ability. And yes, he does it. And there's a chance for Super Nico to go for the King Tower as well, which will make it harder for Hash. But now let's see what will happen. Alright, Super Nico goes for the King Tower, but Hash got the value that you better believe with the Prince charge. Nico has the 3-star Archer, which is probably something that Hash must be worried about. The Barbarian is doing work, by the way. And now on top of the Magic Archer, and can that Barbarian take down this BK? Maybe if he got one boost, he got it, and go Barb, go! And the Barb is doing it for Hash in this round. That was a really clutch Barbarian. Okay, now in this round, let's see which kind of surprise both of these players will do for us. He moves his BK to the left, which means he will probably move his support minis to the right hand side. He goes for the King Tower in the backline and cages his Lumber in the back. That's a really good play. Now he has 4 elixirs. What you will do, buddy? Upgrading the Prince to the Victory Helmet. Ooh, that's so spicy. And he even scraps the Wizard and upgrades his Archer to the 2-star and puts down a 0-star Wizard. Alright, the thing for Hash is that if that Prince got the value with the charge for like hitting the BK, it will be so valuable. And even if he did not got any value with the charge, he will become a backline wrecker which can deal 6 damage per hit. And just look at that Prince. The Magic Archer is mostly down because of him. Now the Barbarian is in danger, and he even takes down the Archer. Oh my goodness, that Prince was just the worst nightmare for Nico in this round. And Hash is just simply coming back like this. Alright, for this last round, what he will do? He has one archer, so he will probably upgrade here to the 3-star, and after that he upgrades the lumber to the first ability. Alright, now he can upgrade the wizard to the last ability, or upgrading the barbarian to the first ability, I guess. Yes, come on. Yes, he do it. So for Nico, I think the only way for him to win against this strategy is by placing his magic archer in the front line against Hash's archer, so that he will target the archer and take her down. That looks kinda crazy, but trust me, that's the only way. Okay, now let's see what will happen, and he lets the prince to go to the backline again, and that will just make his backline be completely destroyed in some seconds. GG's, that was a really easy last round victory for Hash. And the MVP probably in this match for Hash was that prince. Alright guys, in this time I'm gonna show you how the banning process is going to be done, and I'm gonna as well ask some questions to Hash. So, hey Hash, you banned the monk in the last game and you are doing it again. So firstly, why the monk? Hey Cash, so I have two reasons about banning the monk. The first one is about the confidence, and the second one is that the monk is the biggest matchup maker hero. And it's all because of that design that he has. Like literally, if I was using the shield maiden and my opponent was using the monk, that match is probably for my opponent. So in order to not let that happen, I'm just gonna ban him out of the way. Alright, that's a good choice by you. And for the minis, you are mostly banning the ghost and the dark goblin. Why exactly those two minis? Okay, about those two minis, the reason is that if you was not having a good counter against them in your deck, you will most likely lose that match. For example, the 3-star royal ghost is just nonsense. No need to talk about it more than that. And for the dark goblin, if your opponent was able to protect him really perfectly, he will just clear all of your minis in some seconds. So I'm just taking care of them by banning them. Okay, that makes sense. And do you advise the players to ban the same hero and minis as you or not? Absolutely not. I advise them to ban those units that they are not comfort while facing them. Alright, enough talking about the bans. Now I have only one last question. How you are making your decks according to those banned units? Okay, that's a really good question. Firstly, you must choose the right hero. For example, right here, the monk and the skeleton king is banned, which will make the wave master and shield maiden are really two good heroes to choose, because you will not have any really bad matchups against the remaining heroes with those two. And for the minis, you must at least choose one or two minis that can have a really good synergy with your hero. And for the other ones, for example, let's just say I use Shield Maiden, and the counter for Shield Maiden is the P.E.K.K.A. So I use my Ice Wizard in my Shield Maiden deck to counter the P.E.K.K.A. Like that, I will choose the other ones. So yeah, that's basically how I make my decks. Alright, thanks for your answers and good luck in the next game. Okay guys, now we are in top 16 and we have a Countess versus Shield Maiden match. So about the matchup, I think it's equal. If this match was happening in a different board for like the Windy Plains, the matchup would have been for the Shield Maiden player, but because of this revive map, the Countess can't survive one well-timed Shield Maiden ability. Now let's see. Alright, Hash goes with Bowler and Mini P.E.K.K.A, while the other one goes with Valky and Mini P.E.K.K.A as well. So that Mini P.E.K.K.A for the Countess player will be mainly the win condition in here, with that despite if he upgraded it to that. Anyways, in this round, looks like the timing for that Shield Maiden ability was not good enough, and the Countess player is going to take this one with just 2 stacks, which is not bad at all. Okay, let's see for the second round, and Hash goes for the Battle Healer, and he has an Ice Wizard as well. That Ice Wizard will be so important, not only for slowing down the enemy's units, but for baiting the Countess's ability, so that the Countess will go over or to the back of the Ice Wizard, which is right behind the Shield Maiden, and because of that, when the Shield Maiden charges the ability, the Countess will be backstabbing her and killing herself just because of that. I think that's the plan for Hash, but now let's see if it's going to work or not. Good Shield Maiden's Clash ability, catching everyone on the board with it, but look at that. That's a 2-star Mini P.E.K.K.A. That can be a big nightmare for that Maiden if he connects on top of her, and he does. So from now, we must say bye bye to the Maiden's ability, unless the Maiden with the help of the bowler are going to take down that mini P.E.K.K.A, and that's so huge. Can this be a victory for that Maiden? Come on, good Maiden's ability. But oh the Countess got one backstab, and because of that, with the tiebreaker, Hash won that round. That was such a close one, to be honest, and without that last backstab, the Countess would have survived with 1 HP and she would have won that round. But anyways, it is what it is. Now for this round, Hash goes for the left hand side, and no, it's not good to upgrade your Ice Wizard. It's just for sacrificing, and yes, that's good. He does not do that. He upgrades the bowler to the stun ability, and for this last 3 elixirs, I think the best thing is probably upgrading the mini P.E.K.K.A to the Dissipate, and he does that. And there's one more thing, he needs to get the value with the Maiden's Clash, otherwise it will not be that bad, but it's better to get it, right? And he just stays in the left hand side. Anyways, now let's see. Okay, looks like he really hits the mini P.E.K.K.A with the Maiden's Clash. That will be really good for him. The enemy goes for the King Tower, but that will not be such a big deal. Perfect timing for that Maiden's ability, and the bowler's ability, such a good value from it. And I think this is going to be over for Hash in this round as well. Everything was just so perfect for him in this time. There was even a King Tower in the enemy side, but remember, the King Tower is mainly for taking down gizmos, not minis. Especially if that mini was the Maiden, oh my, which is one of the tankiest units in the game, that King Tower will just be like nothing. Anyways, now let's get back to the game, and Hash needs just to upgrade one more mini to get down his King Tower, and he does that, and he puts the King Tower in the middle second lane. Well, I don't think that's the best placement. Maybe if he moves it to the like far right hand or far left hand like this, that's the good one, because putting down the Maiden sometimes in the middle will be so valuable, and the Ice Wizard is probably needed to be right behind the Maiden. Anyways, now the bowler immediately stuns the Healing Ranger, which will be so good. That Healing Ranger is upgraded to the wrong ability, by the way. You should have upgraded it to the third one, and things are looking kinda good. The bowler is stunning the mini P.E.K.K.A with the Healing Ranger, and the Maiden's ability goes on. The Countess is dead, and this should be the victory for Hash in this round number 4 and overall in this game. Let's go. GG's for SL. I think that's how we should pronounce it. Now we are in top 8, and we have Hash versus Nightmare, aka Wiki, in a BK versus Wavemaster match. So the matchup would have been for the BK player if the mirror placement was in the front, but because of this mirror placement right here right now, the matchup is slightly for the Wavemaster players. Anyways, now Hash goes for the Battle Healer and the Barb in the left hand side. Will this be enough for him? Maybe. Now let's see. And Nightmare launches the Wavemaster, which is not a bad play at all, and if that mirrored Wavemaster got his ability, this will just be over for Nightmare, but it doesn't, which gives Hash a little bit of chance of winning in the tiebreaker. Come on, Battle Healer. That Battle Healer must be the main win condition in this first round, but will she be able to do enough work to make Hash win? And the answer is probably not. The Healing Ranger with the Wavemaster stunning all the board will win this first round. Alright, now let's see which kind of surprise both of these players has for us in the second round. And there's a Wartooth in the Gizmo selection, but with the existence of that King Tower, that Wartooth will not be the best choice for Hash. And I think the best thing for him to do right now is putting down the Magic Archer with the Archer. He must use the Archer to distract the Wavemaster's ability away from the Magic Archer. I think that's the best play that Hash can do. So he puts the Magic Archer in the left hand side and the Archer in the right hand side. Will that be enough? I guess we will see now. So Nightmare launched the Giant Skeleton with the extra damage ability, and the Wavemaster has been distracted on top of the Archer. That's a really good news for Hash, but the bad news is that the Battle Healer dies without any value, and that's not a good thing. The double boss from the BK are going on, and the Magic Archer has not been stunned because of the stupid Wavemaster pathing ability. So this is looking good for Hash as the Magic Archer is damaging down the Wavemaster, and looks like this round is going to be for the BK player. Okay, now the real problem for Hash will start in this round because Nightmare will probably upgrade his giant skeleton to the large radius, and that will just clear all the board for him. And is there a way to counter it? And the answer is yes, but the real question is that does Hash know that way? We will see in some seconds. So in this time looks like he mirrors his magic archer, and come on, and that's the way. He puts down a barbarian in the back of his BK, which will make his giant skeleton not be able to land in his second lane, and that will make his last lane safe from the giant skeleton's bomb. But the archer, that archer placement is not good. Oh no, Hash! Oh boy. As you are seeing, guys, the giant skeleton is not landed in the second lane but ripped to that archer and the barbarian as well. Alright, the Wave Master's ability goes on, but one of the magic archers are safe and the other ones with the triple shot clears the Wave Master, and that was a really good victory for Hash in this third round. Okay, now in round number 4, if I was Nightmare, I would have not launched my giant skeleton in the backline again, and the same thing applies to Hash. He must not stay in his same position. Alright, let's see now what he will do. He moves the magic archer to the left hand side, and for the gizmos he must go for the king tower right here, right now in this round. So he upgrades the magic archer to the second ability and the barbarian to the roar. He puts down the king tower in the middle, which is not bad, but maybe one tile to the back would have been better. So the giant skeleton now is coming to the third lane. I expect him, and he moves his units like this, and that's a really perfect play, and you will see in some seconds. And as you are looking, the giant skeleton has been landed in the right hand side, which makes his archer and the magic archer safe from the bomb. But the Wave Master with his ability stuns the magic archer, and the P.E.K.K.A is doing work. The magic archer is down now, which is the main win condition for Hash, which means this is probably going to be the victory for Nightmare in this round number 4. By the way, well played by Hash at protecting his archer and magic archer from the bomb. Okay, now in the last round, things are going to be tricky. Will Nightmare launch his giant skeleton in the middle, or he will launch it in the left hand side? And will Hash stay in his position? I guess let's wait and see what will happen. So Hash puts down the wizard, and looks like he tries to upgrade the archer to the 3-star. And what else? Ooh, he goes to the right hand side. So my guess is that he predicts Nightmare to launch his giant skeleton in the left hand side. But will this prediction be true or not? That will be the $1,000,000 question. Now the moment we are waiting for, and Nightmare is predicting Hash's prediction and launches the giant skeleton right in the pocket. And look at that value from the giant skeleton, just clearing all the board. And this is going to be the perfect victory for Nightmare in this match. GG's, and really well played by him. But that was not the end for Hash. This game was a best of 3, which means Nightmare was needing to win one more match against Hash to eliminate him, and that did not happen. Hash won the next 2 games, and like that, he moved on to the semi-finals of this tournament. Alright guys, now we are in the semi-finals or top 4 of this tournament, and we have Hash versus Yan in a Wave Master against Maiden matchup. So the mini P.E.K.K.A in this matchup will be so valuable for Hash and the Healing Ranger as well, for healing up his minis and not let the Maiden count the minis as well with the help of the third ability. Now let us see what Yan is rocking with his Maiden and Miner with the Bandit. So that Bandit will be valuable as well, but the mini P.E.K.K.A with the Dispel can counter here so perfectly. Alright, the Miner with the Bandit in the backline will take down that Healing Ranger, and now the 3 versus 1 situation is on, which means that Wave Master now has a really small chance of winning this first round, and looks like that small chance is despairing for now. The Maiden will probably take this first round because she has a lot of HPs. Now in the second round, about the gizmos, I think the Pancaker is probably the best one for both of the players, because the Sona can't survive long enough, especially with the existing of that shell tile. Alright, now Hash will upgrade the Healing Ranger to the first ability and reroll, and he got the mini P.E.K.K.A, which he will probably upgrade him to the Dissipate and put down an anti-miner gizmo like this, so that in this position that miner will never be able to catch the Healing Ranger as long as that Pancaker is alive. Okay, no gizmo to be seen from Yan just now. The mini P.E.K.K.A is doing a really good job against the bandit, but there's too much damage on top of him. The healing ranger needs... Oh no, the ranger healed the wave master, and just because of that the mini P.E.K.K.A will go down because of the maiden's ability. Can the wave master save that ranger? And the ranger is down, but I guess she did her job. This wave master is so happy and healthy because of her, and just like that Hash will win this second round. Okay, now in the upcoming rounds things are going to be tough for Hash, because Yan will probably go for his gizmo and Hash needs to dodge the maiden's clash ability, otherwise it will not be good for him. Come on Hash, don't stay in that position. And looks like he moves the mini P.E.K.K.A to the front and upgrades him to the first ability, I guess. Yes, he did that. And for this last 3 elixirs, maybe, in my opinion, I think it's better for Hash to put the giant skeleton in the front line to tank against the enemy's mini P.E.K.K.A. But it looks like he expects him to launch his mini P.E.K.K.A with the shell. Will this be good for Hash or no? We will see in some seconds. Okay, the maiden got the value with the clash, and that's the first bad news. And the second one is that 3-star mini P.E.K.K.A takes care of Hash's mini P.E.K.K.A in just some seconds, and this is not looking strong, to be honest, for Hash. The wave master was able to charge his ability, but that will definitely not be enough to take care of these troops. The mini P.E.K.K.A with the support of the Pancaker is just like a killing machine and will take care of this wave master in this round number 3. Alright, luckily for Hash, Yan is doing one mistake, and it is using the miner. Okay, let's see in this round number 4. If I was in the place of Hash, I would have firstly 3-star in the mini P.E.K.K.A will not be bad, so that's a good thing. And I would have moved with my giant skeleton to the front line in the place of my wave master, so that, yes, like this, it will tank against the enemy's mini P.E.K.K.A, and that will be really valuable. And he switched to the left hand side with his other troops, and that's good for 2 reasons. Firstly, to avoid the maiden's clash, and the next one is to make the mini P.E.K.K.A the farthest mini always, so that the Pancaker row will always focus on top of him, and that's really good. But the question is, will it be good enough to make Hash win this round? Let's find out. And he dodged the maiden's ability, which is so good. The mini P.E.K.K.A is connecting on top of the maiden, so he must say bye-bye to the maiden's ability. The maiden is down in some seconds, and this is looking too strong for Hash, as that mini P.E.K.K.A is just like a killing machine and taking down everyone. And looks like this is probably going to be for Hash. And the only mistake that Yan is doing is using that miner, because that miner will take the aggro of his Pancaker, and that's not a good thing to happen. So now we are in the last round, and things are going to be interesting. Will Hash stay in his position, or will he switch to the other side? That's a good thing to know. And will Yan scrap his miner or not? That's as well a good thing to know. By the way, he needs to do that. And looks like Hash goes to the right hand side, and he has a musky in his deck, but why he is not using it? I guess he knows that the enemy has the healing ranger with the unstoppable ability, that's why. Anyways, now for this last 3 elixirs, what you will do? Some seconds are remaining, and looks like he just upgrades the swordsman to the first ability. Will that be good enough? The miner is still on the board, but Hash's mini P.E.K.K.A is taking the miner away. Oh no! Mini P.E.K.K.A, what have you done? Oh boy, this might not be good for Hash at all. Yan's mini P.E.K.K.A is destroying everything now. He locks on top of the wave master, which will not let him charge his ability. Oh wait, the wave master got his ability. How? And he's looking so healthy as well. Oh my word, I think Hash is going to be the winner in this match against Yan. GG's, and a good play by him. And just like that, Hash went to the grand finals of this custom band tournament against someone that was so shy and did not want his match to be shared in this video. But it's the finals, so we are just going to do a fast recap about it. So in the last match, both players were using the Nature Lady, and Hash was able to win the first 2 rounds easily, but in the third one, the other player revealed his win condition, which was the Witch, and he was able to easily win that round just because of her. But in the next one, Hash's only counter against that Witch was the Fisherman, but in round number 3, the enemy went for the Wartwood, and just like that, Hash's only counter against the Witch was destroyed. But he did not give up in that match. He did a really good move and is caging his Nature Lady in the corner, and just because of that, the enemy was not able to touch his Nature Lady as well, and because of the tiebreaker, Hash was able to win that round and win the match against his enemy. And just like that, Hash, or I shall say, I have landed as the #1 player of this tournament. Let's go. Oh my goodness, acting like a different person is a really strange experience. It is kinda crazy to be honest, but let me know if you want me to cast like that in the future tournaments as well. And this is the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.